What we have here is 2001 Kawasaki jet ski STX1100DI. Now we have the CDI box here, and we are just going to take that apart. It's a common issue on these 2001s for these to go bad. They've got water running through them to cool them, and that's why potentially if that port is plugged or you're having other issues, the CDI box will get hot and it will need replaced. So what you do is you pull the four flathead screws that go in here. Now you'll want to carefully take this apart. So you take a screwdriver and just pry on the outside, kind of hold that up, and a lot of times you can just use another screwdriver to keep that up. You want to go around the other side, pry it up. Now I'll show you why we got to do this when I open it up, but you continue to pry around, and you want to do it very, very slowly, because what it is doing, there's sticky silicone on the inside, everything's stuck together. So if you take it off quick, you'll just break the cover off. So you'll pry it off, and then eventually it'll all come off. Now you can see here what the CDI box looks like inside. So you're really not finding a whole lot on this side. You touch it, it's very sticky. You may be able to see a burnt area in here. You'll see where that damage is. You may not be able to see anything. Now what we'll do is set this cover on, and we'll go ahead and flip it over. Now when you're putting it back together, you want to get a new seal for it and replace that seal. Make sure there's plenty of that silicone in there so that water isn't getting in there. Now a lot of people, when they rebuild these, what they will do is heat them up enough to get that silicone out of there, and that'll allow them to get to that board in there and replace those parts. Now we're going to flip it over. Same thing on this side, 4 flathead screws, and we'll pull these off. And same thing on this side. It'll be sticky underneath here. This side is steel, so you don't have to worry about cracking it, but it'll take a little bit to get it off. You can pry on here. You want to make sure you don't dig your screwdriver in this way when you're prying, because you'll damage that board inside. So you want to make sure you're pushing down on the screwdriver and prying it up this way. Open it up, same thing. There's your board there. There's torque screws on these components here that can be replaced. You want to talk to the electrician about doing that. You've got your connector here. You've got 2 connectors here. Here's one of those water ports I was telling you about. Here's the other one. So again, when you put them back together, make sure that you get these screws on there tight and that everything is sealed up like it was to begin with.